I got married way too young and to the wrong person. Back in 2012, I was in my early 20s, extremely insecure, mentally unwell, and desperate to be loved. That's the perfect recipe for one thing: ending up with the man-child who should never have been the husband. We met in an online video game. I was 20, he was 28, and within what felt like minutes, we were in love. There was just one problem. He lived in Canada, and I didn't. So I became obsessed with immigration rules and visas until eventually we landed on the fastest solution: get married. And even though it happened fast, I took it seriously. I told him, if we do this, we do this. All in, no games. I meant every word. He didn't. From the very beginning, there were red flags. The kind you only ignore when you're young, lonely, and absolutely starving for love. For example, during the trip where he proposed to me, I discovered his computer password was another girl's name. That should have been my sign to run. Instead, I said, well, nobody's perfect, and pushed it down. Spoiler, he was not imperfect. He was a walking, talking, cheating hazard sign. Throughout our relationship, he had multiple emotional affairs. Most were online. One was with a friend back in Ontario, someone he actually made plans to meet. Every time I convinced myself we could work through it. I believed in marriage. I believed in him. I believed he was my soulmate. I was wrong about everything. By 2014, we'd been married for a little over 2 years. We'd moved to a big city, worked low-wage jobs, and I was finally trying to pull my life together. I was studying personal finance like a maniac, learning how to fix our debt, get us stable, get us insured, build some kind of future. I went back to college, I started medication, I started therapy. For the first time in years, I could see a way out of the darkness. Meanwhile, he vibed with the PlayStation. He took a couple of college classes here and there, but never committed. He was the definition of lazy. Hundreds, then thousands of hours in video games. At one point, he had over 3,000 hours logged in one game. I'm not anti-gaming, but 3,000 hours in one game, plus everything else, while your life is falling apart? Yeah, that's a problem. I'm a control freak with money, so I took over our finances. I set up our insurance, paid the bills, monitored our accounts, built her budget and debt plan. We were both on everything because we were married, but I had all the logins. I managed it all. Remember that. It matters. Then came fall 2014. I found out he was cheating again. But this time, it wasn't just emotional. He'd started an affair with a girl from work. He washed dishes at a local chain restaurant, and she was 18. One night, he fell asleep and left his Facebook open on his computer. Messenger kept making notification sounds. I wasn't even trying to snoop. The messages just popped up right in front of me. And I read everything. Messages to her about how much he hated me, how horrible I was, how much he loved her body, how he wanted to have a baby with her. They had sex in our bed. The bed I had busted my ass to save up for. The perfect bed I was so proud of. I confronted him. He didn't even try to deny it. And when I asked, so what do we do now? He said flatly, I guess we should get divorced. Just like that. No begging, no fighting, no trying. Just discard and move on. At that point, we were still stuck living together. One car, one apartment, no quick way to physically separate. I cycled through every stage of grief while he continued seeing his new 18-year-old girlfriend. We had these weird pockets of fake peace where we were friendly and I learned more about her. She was 18, living with her parents, no car. He told me, with this proud little smile, how he met her dad. I just laughed. Does he know you're 31? No. Does he know you're a dishwasher? No. Does he know you're married? Also no. What a catch! He even had the audacity to ask me, his wife, to give him a ride to her house. I said no, obviously. But things weren't always civil. There were days I wanted to burn everything to the ground, myself included. One day, he blew up my phone with calls and voicemails. I ignored all of them. So he showed up at my job. I was furious, trying not to completely explode in front of my coworkers while he begged to just talk. I basically told him to get the hell out. The next day, I got an email from our car insurance company. Your policy has been updated. Here are your new premiums. Updated how? I logged in. A new car had been added. He didn't have my login. I was the only email contact, so I was confused as hell. So I called the insurance company. They told me, "Oh, your husband called and added a vehicle. He's a full policyholder. He's allowed to do that." I called him immediately. He calmly explained he'd gone and bought a car. The dealer said he needed insurance to drive it off the lot, and since he was already on our policy, he just added it there. And I asked the obvious question. How did you even get approved for a car loan? You make garbage money and haven't been working there long. He said, "Oh, I had a cosigner." His new girlfriend. An 18-year-old girl co-signed a car loan for a married man who washes dishes. A married man still living with his wife. I was beyond furious. His new car raised our insurance bill, and there was no universe in which I was paying more for his shiny toy. So, I had an idea. A petty, evil, and brilliantly satisfying idea. I logged into our insurance portal. I went through the settings, and I dropped every single coverage on his car. No collision, no comprehensive, no nothing. I kept his car on the policy because, funnily enough, having two vehicles brought the overall premium down for me thanks to multi-car discounts. So it cost me less to leave it there, just completely unprotected. And he had no idea because I was the one on the email contact list. Then karma clocked in. 5 days later, not 5 weeks, not 5 months, 5 days after I removed his coverage, he got into a car accident. An uninsured driver hit him, and the car totaled. His precious $13,000 car gone. Loan very much still there. And his cute little cosigner also on the hook. He went from, "I've got a new car and a new girlfriend," to, "I have no car and a big-ass debt." I laughed when I heard what happened. Then I actually felt horrible. I called the insurance company crying, trying to say it was a mistake, that I thought I was just getting a quote, begging them to cover it. They said no. And honestly, fair. A week or two later, he told me he forgave me for doing it.
He said he deserved it for cheating on me. He was right. We eventually divorced after more lies, more betrayals, more nonsense. I got out. I rebuilt. He ended up marrying another woman later, and she eventually messaged me years down the line asking questions about our marriage because she was dealing with the same cheating behavior. I told her the truth, told her to run. She didn't. Last I heard, they'd had a baby together. That was about 7 years ago. I don't know what's going on with them now, and honestly, I don't need to, because my story doesn't end with him. I spent years in therapy, working on myself, unlearning all the toxic patterns I'd normalized. I stopped intentionally hurting people just because they hurt me. I focused on becoming someone I'm proud of. And eventually, I met someone who actually deserves me and who treats me with respect, kindness, and love. But still, every now and then, when I think about that chapter of my life, I can't help but smile at how it all played out. I've never seen Carmen land so cleanly.